What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we're going to be talking about the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus, a brand new micro 9mm for 2021. Before we do that, I want to mention my Patreon supporters. It's because of you guys I can afford guns like this. I use the Patreon dollars to pick this gun up, and I appreciate that. If you want to join the Patreon squad, all you got to do is go down to the link in the description and sign up. Also in that description is a local shelter in Ames, Iowa that I really like to support. It is a youth shelter, and those kids could really use your help, so I'd appreciate it if you go down to that description, click that link, and just donate a couple bucks to those kids. It really does go a long way. And finally, there's a link to t-shirts and merch and all that cool stuff down there as well. Now back to the Shield Plus. This is a 9mm striker-fired subcompact micro 9mm. And what that means is I kind of use the term micro 9mm to encompass a new breed of gun that has come out in the last few years. First micro 9mm, in my opinion, really was the P365. And it's not the fact that it's small, but it's the fact that it's small and it also has a higher capacity, a double stack, or sort of double to single stack magazine like the Shield here. The first one to really do that was the 365, and it was the king for quite a long time. And then comes the Hellcat, the Springfield Hellcat, which is another offering, an offering that I'm not as keen on as the 365. However, it does offer a lot of features and is still very shootable with a high capacity as well. Then more recently, we had the Shield Plus come out, and then also the Ruger Max 9. I think there's a lot of advantages over those guns with the Shield Plus, and in my opinion, not a lot of the downsides. The Shield Plus is a 20-ounce pistol with a 3-inch barrel that carries a 13+1 capacity. So you're talking about a 20-ounce gun that is less than an inch wide, as you can see right there. Very concealable, and still an appropriate caliber for self-defense, and it's only 20 ounces with a 3-inch barrel, and it carries 14 rounds. That's extremely impressive. Considering what we were working with 10, 12 years ago for concealed carry guns, and then the advent of the original Shield, which is still my favorite single stack subcompact, I am really impressed with where the gun industry has gone with the carry market in the last few years, and I think the pinnacle of that is the Shield Plus. I think it carries with it an inherent track record of success when it comes to the original Shield, and also the entire M&P lineup when it comes from Smith & Wesson. I'm a big fan of those. If you've seen my reviews, I think they do a lot of things right, and I think they do a lot of things right for a really good cost. A couple of things they did right with the Shield Plus are going to be the Armanite Finish, which is impregnated into the slide, so you're going to have no rust problems whatsoever. You're going to have 3-dot steel sights right out of the factory. Now, they're not iron, or they're not night sights, but they're significantly better than a lot of offerings that you're going to get from like Glock pistols and stuff like that. The fish scale serrations are pretty nice. A new introduction over the high cap magazine is going to be a flat face trigger there that you can see not only is flat face, but they finally did away with the hinge system, which I absolutely hated and I think was the biggest detriment to the M&P pistols. So they did away with that for a more Glock style, well, pretty much every style at this point, trigger system with a little trigger safety on it right there. The trigger weight is also reduced by comparison to the original, and it does have a really nice, really crisp trigger pull, especially for a subcompact. And the reset is really nice as well, allowing you to get those super fast follow-up shots. This trigger is nicer than a lot of guns that have come out that are full size. This trigger is better than the FN509 LS Edge, which is a $1,500 gun designed for competition / duty use. And the Shield Plus is coming out at around $500 with a better trigger. That's pretty cool. It's got a textured magazine release, which I actually like a lot. It's really easy to use. And it comes with 2 magazines here, the 13+1 and then the flush fit 10+1, giving you 11 rounds with a very small overall profile. They also changed the grip texture from the original Shield. And I think they made it a little more aggressive on the Shield 2.0 and then backed off just a hair on this. Still more than aggressive enough to shoot very quickly, and it doesn't rub your stomach. So I think it's a really good mix, and I've been really happy with it it so far. Now, there are several versions of this pistol out already. This is the standard version, as you see here, the standard 3-inch version. However, there is a standard 4-inch version, and there are custom shop offerings as well, also with fiber optic sights, different triggers, and then there are optics ready models available as well. Eventually, I plan on getting my hands on one of those and then testing out 507K or the RMRCC or something like that, an optic that's made for a pistol like this. That's the other cool part about the innovation of these small pistols, is that the optics companies have finally started to catch on as well, and now there's optics that are available for pistols as small as this, allowing you to squeeze even more accuracy out of your incredibly tiny 9mm pistol. Now, of course, the idea of this gun is going to be for concealed carry. It's absolutely 100% designed for concealed carry, and in that I consider it one of the best offerings on the market. The gun itself is very light, and it's very accurate, and it's very shootable. So the reason why I think not only is it a good concealed carry gun, but it would also flex into home defense really well, is they do offer lights for this, and they do offer optics for this, and it does have a high enough capacity with a 14-round magazine that I feel you could have no problem defending your home with it. Not to jump ahead in the review, but the shootability of this gun is pretty amazing for the size and weight that it is. I think it has something to do with the ergonomics, maybe something to do with the slide weight versus how it's sprung. The recoil spring versus slide weight is something that a lot of people don't talk about when they talk about especially carry guns, but it's something that custom shops really concern themselves with, like Atlas Gun Works, you know, any custom 2011 or CZ. They're trying to get the lowest amount of recoil possible to the shooter to allow fast enough follow-up shots while maintaining the reliability of the gun, and I think Smith & Wesson did a really good job with that here personally, because this gun is extremely shootable, way more shootable than all the other guns in its category, and I'm not really sure why. I don't know if the gun fits my hand perfect, or it's a mixture of the grip texture. You know, more grip texture allows you to handle the gun a little bit better, hold on and control that recoil. The trigger is very quick. It's got a very short reset, allowing you to get those fast follow-up shots as well. Plus the ergonomics and maybe the slightly heavier slide on the shield allows it to be just really shootable. Like up close and personal, you can shoot really quickly, and then even out to distance, you can shoot very quickly as well. Now, the reliability on this gun was impressive, as expected. The Shield Plus did 1,000 rounds through the gun with 0 malfunctions. It was lubed up previous to the testing, and it was lubed up halfway through, but it was not cleaned. You can see it's still very dirty here, and overall, I think the gun performed extremely well. Now, we didn't do a huge plethora of ammunition. We basically did Fiocchi 115 grain. We did some 124 grain that escapes me. I just tried to do a couple different bullet weights, and then we did 115 grain Phoenix remanufactured ammunition, which it also ran, and then it ran like, I think I shot a magazine of critical defense out of it, just to see where it printed, because that is the ammunition that I'm going to carry when I get my holster for this gun. Now, the reliability is amazing, the track record is amazing, the accuracy is good. I mean, if I could knock this at all anywhere, it'd have to be maybe with the sights. I would say that even though the 3-dot sights are good, especially with the serrated rear, there are better sight pictures out there right out of the factory. One of those is going to be the P365 here. Now, this is the P365X. This is an Icarus precision lower. It actually bumps it up to about the same size as the M&P, maybe even a little bit bigger. I'm a fairly large guy, so I like a little bit bigger grip, so that's why I put it on here. But it gives you a quick size comparison of that versus the 365. Another gun that comes with pretty decent sights is going to be the Ruger Max, and you can see the size comparison between those two. And then I think the overall winner of the sights department probably is going to be the Hellcat, that comes with some pretty impressive sights. Overall, though, still pretty good. Definitely better than your average Glock or Taurus or something like that. One of the best things I feel like they did with the Shield Plus was build on the success of the original Shield, since it's one of the most popular pistols in the concealed carry market ever, and one of the highest sold pistols of all time. Obviously, people are going to have holsters out there for them. So it was a concern of mine that they made this Shield Plus, and it may or may not fit in the Shield holsters, but it fit in a couple of my buddies, and I also researched this heavily on the internet, and it appears that they do fit in almost all the holsters. So if you have a Shield holster, or you find a Shield holster that you like, most likely 99% it will fit the Shield Plus. I don't actually see a reason why it wouldn't, considering not only is the Shield Plus almost exactly the same size, which is pretty baffling, but it's actually a little bit lighter. Honestly, to get a gun this small, this reliable, this accurate is really a marvel of engineering. I was not excited about this when it came out. I was like, it's just gonna be another concealed carry pistol. I mean, I like the Shield, don't get me wrong, but traditionally I'm a Glock guy, and I respect the M&P for what it is, and I respect the SIG for what it is, but hey, you usually go with what you know. But I gotta tell you, this is better than my Glock 43 in so many ways. So my Glock 43 is probably as good as this gun, but I've actually put a lot of money into it when it comes to sights and grip texture and all that stuff, whereas the Shield Plus is on par, if not a little bit better, right out of the box. It also carries the same capacity with the flush fit magazine that the Glock 43X does, with the grip being about an inch longer. And I was a little concerned with the smaller, lighter pistol of the Shield Plus, it would be less shootable, but I've taken these out back-to-back several times, and I shoot them about the same. So the only thing I'm going to switch on this Shield Plus before I start carrying it is going to be a new set of sights here, and I'm going to probably be putting Ameriglow Spartans on them. Those are my personal favorite carry sight. I've just bought them for years. They're amazing for the money. They're like Trigicon HDs, but just less cash. I actually think that the front sight is done by Trigicon on the Ameriglow, so overall I think that's what I'm going to switch, and then I'm going to bag a holster, probably from Vetter Holsters or something like that. I have one coming from eBay right now that's just an eBay custom holster because I wanted to get it quick, but I'll probably get a good one at some point, maybe from Tier 1 Concealment or something like that. I really like those holsters as well. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please stop by your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.